Okay, so he was sleeping 8 hours a night. Consistent, no cap, went to bed same time every night for like a month straight to test it. And he still woke up feeling like he got hit by a truck. Every single day. Turns out sleeping enough and actually resting are, low-key, two completely different things. Here's the thing everyone assumes. Tired equals not enough sleep, simple math, just go to bed earlier. And look, sometimes that's genuinely it. But honestly, that assumption is why so many people stay stuck feeling exhausted for years, because they keep fixing the wrong problem. So sleep isn't just about hours, it's about quality. Like, what's actually happening while you're out? Your body's supposed to cycle through different stages overnight, deep, restorative stuff included, and if something's interrupting that cycle, you can rack up 8 full hours and still wake up feeling wrecked. One doctor at Cleveland Clinic put it simply, how you sleep matters just as much as how long you sleep. Not gonna lie, this one hit close to home for me too, because I always just figured more sleep equals fixed. Turns out it's way more complicated than that. If this is useful, subscribing genuinely helps. We break stuff like this down constantly. Now, if you're picturing the fix as just like going to bed even earlier, that's not necessarily it either. Piling on more hours doesn't always solve this. Doctors have actually pointed out that sleeping too much can backfire too, making you feel even more drained than if you'd gotten less. Here's the wild part. There's a whole list of things that quietly mess with sleep quality without you ever knowing it's happening. One big one, a breathing issue where you actually stop breathing or breathe poorly during the night, causing tons of tiny wake-ups you never even remember. You think you slept 8 hours straight. You didn't. Your body was interrupted over and over, and you woke up with zero memory of it. And it's not just that. Low iron can mess with your legs at night in a way that disrupts sleep without you realizing why. Your thyroid, this little gland in your neck, can slow your whole metabolism down and drag your energy with it. Mood stuff, like depression, can wreck sleep quality too, even when the hours look totally normal on paper. Straight up, there's a documented number here that gets me. Up to 74% of older adults dealing with an ongoing health condition report constant fatigue, and doctors are clear that this isn't just part of getting older. It's not supposed to be normal at any age. And here's the part that actually matters. Being sleepy and being fatigued aren't even the same thing, even though we use those words interchangeably. Sleepy is your body wanting to sleep. Fatigue is more like this deep, low-energy exhaustion that doesn't really go away with rest. Kind of like how you'd feel after the flu or after working way too many hours in a row. If you're the fatigue type and not the sleepy type, more sleep genuinely might not touch it because you're not treating the actual thing that's draining you. So what do you actually do with this? First, honestly check the basics. Consistent sleep schedule, dark, cool room, cutting screens before bed, skipping heavy or sugary food late at night. That fixes a real chunk of cases. But if you're doing all that and still waking up wrecked day after day, that's the signal to actually talk to a doctor instead of just accepting it. They can check things like your thyroid, iron levels, or whether a sleep disorder is quietly running the show. One thing that genuinely surprised me in the research, regular exercise can actually boost your energy over time, since deconditioned muscles burn energy less efficiently, which ironically makes you more tired doing basic stuff. So back to him, 8 hours a night, every night, and still exhausted. Turns out the number on the clock was never really the problem. Something else was quietly draining him the whole time, and no amount of extra sleep was going to fix it until he actually figured out what that something was. This video is based on researched medical information, and it's for educational purposes only. Always talk to a doctor about your own health.